Thank you for joining us on a new episode of Channel Orange. I'm your host, LK the God, the Deity, the Mogul. I am here with my faithful companion,
What it do?
the co-pilot on the show, Puffco Poppy. What have we been puffing on today, my guy?
Today, probably too many things, too early, but I think I got a baller jar from SunMed, some value this week from, we got this golden pineapple cross with cherry pie OG. Fantastic terpenoline hit, great terps, over 10% terps. I think it's 12% terps on it.
Mm-hmm.
So nice haul, very nice work, SunMed.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about some other people getting smoked. Off rip. Shogun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shows gas.
So, a couple things to start with on this show. Especially, first off, it's still stellar. Episode 4, stellar. Some people, I've even saw like a reviewer say this is the best episode of the show so far. I'm like, wow, high praise. So first off, do you think he hit her or was a courtesan? Because a couple thoughts went through my head. I'm like, okay, first off, she looked exactly like her silhouette was exactly like yours, one. Two, doesn't that kind of make us like a little like, racist if we just assumed it was her just because,
It was definitely her. Come on, man.
like, why was she playing like that? Like, hold on. If it wasn't her, that makes us a little prejudice if we assume, oh, that was her.
No, man. After the hot tub scene where, he was just like, I would take you to meet my queen and all that.
Bruh,
like,
the fact that she pulled
cheeks
up.
were secured at that point.
I'm like, bruh, like, as soon as that hot tub scene, like, you just pulled up, like, oh, I just wanted to tell you thank you. I'm like, you could have told this nigga thank you any other time.
That's what I'm saying. She got comfortable with sitting down. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Cheeks were secured after that encounter.
I feel sorry for the husband. He knew what time it was, bruh. As soon as the nigga pulled it, he like, yeah, I'm in trouble now.
Said, I don't like this engine.
Right. I don't like him. And it was rough. The nigga went out like a G, and Shawty ain't even cry or nothing. She ain't wave or nothing when you was about to get murdered by the whole village.
Yeah,
like,
that's
these
true.
arranged marriages be crazy, bruh.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying she should have got her some European.
European peen.
Yeah,
European.
European.
Is that the title of today's episode? European?
Well, I mean.
Okay. We'll run with European. So, also, now, how do you feel about the sun?
Well, yeah,
Flew off the goddamn handle.
Yeah, this is cool because I like how the world is expanding. We're expanding to see new characters and more of their personalities and where the flaws in Toranaga's kind of faction are going to come from. And now we see it's going to be. I feel like we kind of have a Theon Greyjoy kind of situation going on here.
Oh, yeah, you feel like
something.
You just got to prove yourself.
Yeah, it's like a little overly. It's just like, man, people ain't taking me seriously out here, man. I got to do some more shit. Even everybody's like, you should chill the fuck out.
That's the reason, like, a lot of these shows and situations like where like the child feel like I got to prove myself. This is the exact reason why you can't be in power, because you could easily be pushed. Because, like, that one conversation with the other dude, they had a little sex scene, whatever. Other dude that happened, he's like, yo, like, you should do something. He's like, oh, because the son he's already, like, fidgety, like, oh, they're not respecting me, blah, blah, blah. So you start a whole war just because you felt some type of way?
Yeah, you can see the seeds of it. It was the girlfriend of the other son, right, that planted the idea in his head.
Yes.
To then plant the idea in the other dude's head and be like, wait a minute, yeah, he is. We can use this nigga to our advantage. You know what I'm saying? He weak.
And a lot of storylines in shows and movies, it goes like a seed of doubt leads to a tree of fuck. And that's what happened this episode.
Yeah, so I do remember the showrunner saying, like, they didn't really like the Game of Thrones comparison because of the later seasons of Game of Thrones are all action and bombastic. But this reminds me of when Game of Thrones was at its best in the early seasons, where everything was just about conversations and rooms and machinations.
And positioning.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is this is the itch that it's scratching. Or Succession is another show. It's like that. Where it's like
for sure.
Lots of
You finally watched Succession.
I'm watching it now.
He's watching Succession. Yes, the greatest show ever. He's watching Succession. Yes.
The backroom dealing. You know the
nigga, it's chess. Every single piece of any type of heresy, diplomacy, democracy, government, it's all chess. It's all positioning. For example, the way this nigga resigned from the council, that's chess. He sent the letter. The way these niggas pulled up on him, like, yo, we need you to come back with us. The way, I can't remember his name, but his friend who like playing both sides, he's trying to position a way to like, okay, who's going to win? Whenever that gets presented, I'm going to be over there. He's trying to play Switzerland for as long as he can so he could easily interject himself. He might even want a position at Daimyo. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's trying to position. Like, all this shit is positioning. And even the son, that's a position because you don't know. You think you taking up for your father or you doing what he would do. Nigga, you just declare war. And war is the biggest thing that could happen to a fucking nation because A, you're going to lose bodies. B, war is fucking expensive. And you niggas is broke already. You don't even have the military to go to war. They're training you niggas to learn how to use cannons because you niggas will get smoked otherwise.
Yeah, it's just one of them Jones where everyone's telling you like, hey, bro, no, don't do the thing. And he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stand on business. Like, not now, man.
And then he put the other dude, I can't remember his name. He was trying to play middle. Nigga, now you on their side because you here with him. And you wasn't even, that was your man. Yeah. Like, he wasn't even on that type of time, but you here with him. You're supposed to be the man in charge. And just because you being in line with him, you chose your fate. Even before that, you deciding not to come back with us is you deciding your fate. Because they said if the nigga came back with us, they going to kill him anyway.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's my favorite. The guy stuck in the middle is like my favorite character right now because he's like, yeah, I'm trying to come up, but I'm also just trying to ally with whoever will keep me alive right now.
Somebody compared him to Littlefinger.
Yeah, he's trying to. He is really like, I'm trying to play both sides, and even Toranaga's like, I don't trust you, nigga. You a snake, but like, I'm gonna use you right now, though.
The only way I can't say that comparison was Littlefinger didn't have a side. Littlefinger had his own side. He wasn't on anybody's side. He was on his own side.
That's still the greatest injustice in all of Game of Thrones was how they did Littlefinger. He should have won. He did all the work to win the Game of Thrones, and they had a little psychic wizard boy take him out with some bullshit.
He was sloppy. He got sloppy.
He never got sloppy. He got beat by psychic work. He got beat by supernatural instances.
He got sloppy and horny.
In a game that was all about positioning and politics and all the things Littlefinger did right. He could not predict Brand would come back with goddamn superpowers like Professor X.
That is true.
So
that is true.
They did my man Littlefinger dirty.
That is true. This is also true. But Shogun episode 4 still amazing, still on fire, still one of the best shows on TV. It's a limited series, but you're getting the bang for the buck. You know what I'm saying? It's still going crazy.
It's the best part about a show sometimes is knowing when to end.
Yes.
Actually, that brings me something I want to touch on real quick. I want to talk about The Walking Dead.
Jesus, don't do this. Don't do this.
The Walking Dead is back.
Do you like it?
No, but
not the Rick show. You don't like the Rick show?
It's okay, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the 5-year wait or whatever that we've waited for.
I like it. I'm gonna stand on.
It's better than what the later seasons of The Walking Dead and some of the spinoffs are.
All the machinations that they put behind the fucking Walking Dead that should have ended a long time ago.
Rick and Michonne can carry that much because they're great characters, but what the fuck are they still doing in this Walking Dead universe? So they had a great show. They ran that show into the ground, and then they took all the great characters from that show, split them into separate spinoff shows, which are all worse than the original show.
Let me ask you this. How should a zombie property end? End with niggas finding a cure or end with niggas just surviving through it? Or end with everybody just dying? Because there's only 3 options.
The comic book ended. The comic book was great. I love the Walking Dead comic.
How did it end?
It ended with the time. It just keeps going. It ends with Rick's story being ended because Rick, spoiler alert, dies in the comic. I mean, like Rick dies, and then there's
has to die eventually.
2 epilogue chapters where you find out what Carl and the rest of them are doing, and then that's it. It's like, okay, we've been following Rick Grimes and his story. When Rick dies, The story ends. They didn't have the balls to kill off Rick. They sent that man into a spinoff show 5 years later or something like that. Like we just been waiting for it. And it's like, look, dog, I love The Walking Dead. The comic's one of my favorite comic books. The show was one of my favorite shows at its prime before, like I said, all the characters just kind of whittled away from it until there was nobody left on the show we cared about.
Yeah.
And then all the good characters went to spinoff. Why the fuck am I watching Daryl Dixon spinoff in France? Why am I watching good Maggie question. And Negan in New York do some random?
How are they cool? He beat your husband to death.
Spent a lot of time
with a
and they're still not cool. It's not like it's not like she's not just like vibing with him. There's still issues because of that.
How could you be around him?
Well, that's the whole point of the show. That's why they pick those two to be stuck together. They don't like each other. Like,
but he beat your husband to death in front of you with a baseball bat.
But all these shows are mid. Like they're all mid. Like they took the best characters just to prop up and to keep this franchise going literally forever. We're just gonna go forever. And I was like, by the time Walking Dead was over, we had nothing but Daryl and Carol basically left as characters that we actually cared about.
Yeah.
Everyone else was dead. And
they should be.
Yeah, and they watered down and stretched out all the storylines so they didn't have impact. So now we have Morgan on the Fear the Walking Dead. We've got
that's still on?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I know that it was a thing and it's officially part of the canon. Then we have Rick and Michonne in The Ones Who Live, which has been pretty decent so far, but
it's cool. I like it.
Then we got Daryl Dixon spinoff in France.
My only problem right now with The Ones Who Live is with did you watch Lucifer?
Some of it, but not a lot.
The girl who played Mazikeen, she's in the show, and she has an accent, and I feel like she has yet to choose which accent she wants to choose, so she's doing two at the same time.
Jesus.
Like it's a British Jamaican accent. I'm like, what is this? You have to pick which one. Like, is this what it sounds like when you? Is this your real accent? Like, this accent is weird because I know you speak good English. So what is this trash accent you have right now?
I have another nitpick too, man. They got to get Denai Guerrero some better wigs, man.
I'm with that.
They got to get her some better wigs, man. Them dread wigs be looking crazy, bro.
But it's the apocalypse. Your hair is not going to look the best.
I'm not. They don't have to look the best, but it should look like real hair at least.
Hey, you remember that dude with cornrows in the Walking Dead?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That dude with it was bad.
They got them Tyler Perry wigs.
It was bad. So yeah.
And they work on the Tyler Perry studio. They got the same.
They shooting Atlanta.
Shooting on his property, man. They using the same wigs, bro.
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
Some of them hair pieces be looking atrocious on the Walking Dead.
It definitely makes sense. But yeah, I like that. Come on, man.
They got the zombies cutting hair.
Jesus Christ. I like that show, man. All right.
No, it's good overall. Like, it has been better. Like, I don't know if it's going to be worth me actually following because, like I said, I mean, I've lost interest once Rick died and then survived and then got helicoptered away to a community that we didn't hear about for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And then we finally learn about it, and they're just like another Commonwealth, basically. And it's like, all right.
Did that happen in the comics, or he's dead by now?
He's dead. They didn't do all this shit. like the Commonwealth is the last arc in the comics. It's over. Rick dies.
They milking it.
They've been milking. That's the whole issue with the show. Like the comic is great because it has a definitive start and then it ends after these arcs where it doesn't just have filler and introduce characters for no goddamn reason and have these. It just didn't. The show just stopped going anywhere. It just stopped being about anything, and it became the most boring show on TV. Like my favorite show became the most boring thing to the point where I can't do this anymore. I don't even know who these kids like. They're doing a dramatic death of a character. It's like, is that guy's name Jim? I don't even know. He was introduced like 3 weeks ago. Now it's like
he has a montage all the time. Like, he was like
everyone for the rest of the season.
Stuff.
Don't you remember Jim? Like
we don't know Jim. We have no idea who the fuck Jim is.
Damn.
The nigga in the back that got 8. Fuck out of here. R.I.P. to T-Dog, by the way.
My last nitpick. You want to talk about T-Dog? What was his name? What was his real name? They did that man so dirty. Was his name Terrence Dog the Third or something? Because in the zombie apocalypse, when everybody knows each other and your whole past life doesn't matter, you telling me that this grown ass man was like, I want everyone to continue to call me T-Dog?
Yeah.
Don't call me by whatever my given birth name is, or even a cool nickname. Like, I want all these small white children to call me Mr. T-Dog.
Yeah.
In this community. Like, come on, dog.
It's the apocalypse.
This man doesn't have a name, a real name. The only nigga in the show had to be T-Dog. That was wild, son.
There will be different, like if the apocalypse happened right now, my nigga, it would be so many different rules. There would be communes all over the place.
I'm not gonna be like, call me C Jizzle up in this bitch, dog. Like the end of the world, bro.
I would already call you that. I would already call you that. Like, look,
fucking end of the world.
We have to stock up on dabs. It's going to be a long time before we, until we get out of this. So we need to stock up on a lot of dabs. All right, let's move forward. Let's stop talking about bad television or middling television and talk about good television. Good television is back. What came back today, CJ?
Invincible.
Yes. Although they still refrain from saying it in the show. Right now, I like that though. It's a good touch. They broke the season in half. Season 2 broken in half. The second part started today. Hour-long episode. Let's break it down. Where would you like to start?
Invincible just remains fantastic. Like, the only gripe against the show is the long ass wait times in between the short ass seasons. Like,
is that forgivable if this shit is super expensive?
Is it because maybe because of the voice cast is the only thing, because the animation doesn't look like
it's animation.
It's not crazy. It's great. It looks great, but
square and
it's on par with other great looking animated shows. It's not doing anything like One Punch Man groundbreaking, like
not Mappa.
In terms of animation. So it's great though. I want to give them props because the animation has definitely improved from season 1 to season 2 by a fair amount. But at the same time, you got niggas waiting a long time for 4 episodes, man. 4 episode blocks, and then
is that the weakness that American animation has? Is they you niggas ain't Mappa or you niggas ain't Wit Studios?
It's kind of cool because I'd rather the animators not be in a sweatshop and getting abused, and
I'm talking about quality. We get Jordans out of sweatshops all the time. It's enough, okay?
But I would rather. My point is, I'd rather wait if the quality of the show remains this good.
Yeah,
I'm okay with the wait.
You take your little, 2-minute recap of what the fuck happened 2 years ago, and you just get back into it.
Yeah, Invincible was the only show I actually watched a recap because I'd be like, it's been a minute. Where are we at?
Guess what? You still got Stranger Things that needs to fucking end. We still got fucking Umbrella Academy that keep pushing their season back.
Umbrella Academy's not over?
It's not over. One season
didn't even
left.
Watch the last season, dog.
One season left. Oh, you watched it. You watched it. I remember you watching it. We watched it as a family. It was trash, and we griped over it. Yes,
I remember, dog.
We watched it. Yes. It was like
I don't remember. I didn't watch the Sparrow Academy
before
season.
COVID. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
COVID was 4 years ago, so it was before that.
So another show I think 6-7 years ago. I don't know, man. It's strayed a little too far from the comics for me. From
you were
Umbrella.
probably still in Florida when that season was out.
Probably, yeah. I lost interest in Umbrella Academy. Yeah. The comics still, like I said, I got to catch up, but the show kind of just was a little aimless. Still has some charm and some quirk to it though. So I like the vibe of it, but it just kind of fizzled out for me. It just wasn't going anywhere. Kind of running in circles. But yeah, Invincible. I mean, Invincible is one of my favorite comics ever. Up there with Walking Dead is honestly, I'm talking about 2 of my favorite comics. But they're both Kirkman comics, so I guess that makes sense. But
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, Invincible's fantastic, and this is a great adaptation of it. I think the pacing of the story is perfect because even though I think a lot happens from week to week, but it still gives it space for, a lot of the drama and the personal drama and things to breathe. So I think they're just pacing it perfectly. I think they're just nailing this adaptation. I think they've added some subtle things, especially between Mark and Amber, and Mark and his best friend, and things like that.
Yeah,
and changing some subtle things I think that are working for the better. But for the most part, it's pretty faithful adaptation of the comic, which is, like I said, one of the best comics I think ever. And I think they're doing it justice.
All right, let's go deeper into the episode. All right, what happened this episode? Mark's little brother comes home for the first time.
Yeah, we get up. Did they tell us his name yet? I don't want to spoil it for people who don't.
I know it. Yeah. They didn't say it yet, or she didn't choose it yet.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think that was a plot point of her choosing his name. So
yeah, I like the fact that she now has a purpose instead of she was seething for the past 6-7 episodes about the whole husband calling her a pet and stuff.
Yeah, this is always crazy, and like I said, I really like how they're handling Debbie in the show. They're giving Debbie a little bit more, but this was the gist of her storyline in the comics. She's kind of spiraling, going into alcoholism and depression after the Omni-Man thing, and then this, even though it's terrible, you would think it would make her spiral even more into depression. Like I said, you just came back with this man's whole second child from a whole nother family. Yeah. He done destroyed another planet. He done did all that. The fuck are you talking about in the last 2 months? But it does give her a purpose, you know what I'm saying? And then she can recognize like this baby had nothing to do with any of that.
Absolutely nothing.
So I'm just gonna make life best for him. And then also, like I say, it gives her a real purpose outside of real estate or whatever she's trying to occupy her time with.
That happens. We also have the assistant found out he's a cyborg.
Oh yeah, which doesn't really happen in the comics like this.
Happen.
Yeah, so that's something new. Shit. Definitely did not catch that.
Oh, he spawned something. Look at that. Yeah. All right. What else happens?
Yeah, the Donald stuff doesn't happen in the comics. But I think it's interesting. It's interesting to give that character a little bit more.
Nice wrinkle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this way everybody has a little bit more to do in the show. I mean, he of course he got blew the fuck like he got blew up last time, he was around Omni-Man, but somehow they restored not restored, but kept his brain intact and put it into like a cybernetic body or what have you. That's cool. What else happens? Adam Eve joins the team again.
Yeah, Rex got Adam Eve out of semi-retirement, I guess.
Which she is like in probably the most OP character in the show.
Yeah, as they demonstrate during the later scenes, the action scenes of them in space.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, get Adam Eve back into the mix, and it's a lot of stuff with Cecil. It's just a lot of aftermath of Mark being in space. He's got to go back, reconcile with his roommate, his girlfriend, his mom, Cecil, which is one of my favorite relationships throughout the whole comics. Him and Cecil, how their relationship kind of goes back and forth between being like a mentor to being adversarial to being
Cecil. Would you say Cecil is more like Professor X or Odin? He's like Nick Fury kind of.
Yeah, he's supposed to be kind of like a Nick Fury. That's what Cecil's a really interesting character because like you can tell he really does genuinely care, but
he's like
also
an asshole,
like he's willing to do anything.
Anything. Yeah. Like even when he was like, "Oh, Debbie, we could, if you need time, time to yourself, we could take the baby." Nigga, why would you offer to take the baby? Well, you offered Mark he was going to take the baby. Like, we need to take the baby to study him, keep him safe, blah, blah, blah. We already know you're trying to do the baby, dog. Like, what are you talking about? He's already trying to take the baby to like, okay, we got to protect everybody from the baby because he's like Omni-Man's son and stuff like that. We already know what you're trying to do. He trying to do the Woods thing from the Boys universe. Keep him under lock and key and shit.
I don't think so. Like I said, if you see where the comics go, like, I mean,
I don't trust them at all. They shouldn't trust him.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why Cecil's an interesting character. Like, should he be trusted?
No.
Because he be looking out sometimes. Like I said, he was financially supporting them and shit after Omni-Man. He was looking out. He hasn't really given Mark any bad advice on anything. And, like, he was right to not trust Omni-Man the whole time. So, like, Cecil's kind of been on point. Cecil is a really interesting character, like I say, because he does protect the world. He's kind of a dick about it sometimes because, like I said, there's no lines he's willing to not cross.
They're government funded, correct?
Yeah, he's the government. Yeah.
Okay, he's the government. Okay, cool. All right, but what else happens? Oh my God, Duplicate. Jesus.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that's from the comics. Yeah, that happens with Lizard League attacks, and we get Duplicate and Shrinking Ray both.
Jesus.
Get
horrible way to go out.
And then Rex takes a big L himself.
But, he comes, spoilers. Yeah. But
He's at least at this point lost an arm or lost a hand and is getting tore up. We duplicate there's a little bit more to that in the comics, but yeah, there's
God, watching this guy walk on eggshells is hilarious. He's trying to teeter. You're trying to like, how do I dodge?
I'm not trying to spoil for the people, because then people are gonna be mad next season or the 2 seasons from now. Invincible is a book where a lot of things that happen early in the comic come back later and become important way later in the comic. So it's just one of those things.
Okay, but yeah, season 2 is. Season 2 part 2 is back on Invincible. Go watch it. All right, let's talk X-Men 97, man.
I done fired this man a week before his premiere. Well, I don't know what's up with that. There's no information out on it yet, but there's no way this is something good. No, this doesn't happen if things are going well.
If things are going great, you don't get fired before your show comes out in a week.
And then both sides, Disney and him, have no comment. There's just deleted the IG where he was promoting the show. And
I've heard a rumor. You want to hear the rumor?
The OnlyFans thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the OnlyFans rumor that they had a problem with him having an OnlyFans or something, but I don't know if there's any truth to that. I don't know.
That is crazy. Marvel's having such a hard time with these weirdo ass niggas. Like, niggas keep doing weird shit. Like, bro, can y'all just chill out and get this money, or you want to have an OnlyFans? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Bob Iger is like, what the fuck, man? You niggas is crazy.
Yeah.
Niggas have all types of shit just going on, bruh. I can't see. I can't see. I can't.
That's what happened to me earlier because of the lights.
Appreciate it, my man. My man, appreciate it. But no, I literally can't see. I don't even have my glasses on. I have shades on. My man, though.
Yeah, shout out.
So yeah, it's still coming out.
Yeah, it's still dropping. There's some promos dropping. The early screeners have gotten their hands on the first 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
The reviews have been positive. So, I've had a lot of trepidation about X-Men 97, but this is not the show that I wanted in terms of first, Disney X-Men properties, but this should be the easiest one to not screw up. like honestly, it's like the show already worked. It's already a staple. This is a literal continuation of the show that worked. You shouldn't screw this. This should be unfuck-upable.
Well, your best friend Grace Randolph, she's seen the show already. She said it's fire.
I don't care about Grace Randolph. Give me like a reputable opinion. I need more melanin, in my opinion.
That is
maybe some seasoning on my takes.
Yes. It's hilarious. Stop it. All right. Yeah, X-Men 7, X-Men 97 is still coming out next week. He got fired. I mean, of course, do you think he still gets paid? I mean,
yeah, because they said he was already starting to work on season 2, so it wasn't. Again, that doesn't sound like they disagree with the quality of his work or what he was doing. It sounds like something wild happened that is off books, and that might have been what went down there. But look, the X-Men fandom right now, we are not particularly happy with the state of things. We're definitely down for X-Men 97, but again, we were itching for more new stuff, like Krakoa's stuff. Krakoa's getting a rushed ending, like a clearly rushed ending because of this. We're getting a new announcement of what's happening in X-Men Comics Action
that's
today.
not him, is it? Krakoa is not his run?
No.
Oh,
this is just TV producer, but
okay.
The fact that they're doing X-Men 97 was kind of annoying to people because, like I said, we got so much other new shit, better shit. We just did in the past 5 years some of the best new iconic X-Men storylines, and it's like let's not touch any of that. Let's go do all this stuff we've already done before, and it's like, but why are we doing X-Men 97? Why don't we do X-Men 2024 and like just do a new thing, like do a modern, because now we can tell all the stories with like Hope Summers and everything that's happened since the 90s to our current era, but we can't use those stories if we're telling goddamn X-Men 97, which is cool, but give me that and some new shit. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be lazy and go to the safest possible. Why don't we just continue the fucking animated show from the cartoon? Like, that's cool, but like, make some new shit, bro. We got all these X-Men storylines, all these characters, all these different X-Men we never touch on because we're stuck on the same animated roster. I love these characters, but like, there are other X-Men, dog. It's other teams. It's other stuff. Krakoa was so good. It was a golden age, and we lost it for, I hope, just not for 10 episodes of this. And even if it's good, like, and the movies, you know, like, we'll know today officially what the comics are going to do, but like, if they go back to that goddamn mansion, I'm probably going to take a break and be reading Ultimate X-Men, which is some gas.
Would you rather the director gets fired a week before the show comes out, or would you rather your show gets pushed back twice, like the movie The Batman 2 just got pushed back again to 2026?
I mean, if the delay is going to be worth it, then fine. Like I said, I don't know what these delays. Superhero movies are just kind of cooked right now. They should just chill all the way out.
Never gonna happen.
Well, they are kind of chilling, like I said, because look, Marvel's only got one coming out this year, and like I said, DC is pushing the shit back until they can get their universe together. So, take a break. You know, look at Dune. Like, just look at Dune. Everybody just look at what Dune did.
Everybody just watch Dune 2 for the next 3 years till the Batman 2 comes out.
Or until Doom Messiah comes out, whenever that comes out.
Or just the next Dune. Is it going to have Jude Law in it?
I don't know. Maybe.
I saw pictures with Jude Law. I'm like, oh shit, okay, whatever.
Nah, man. But everyone should just take notes. That's how you do a movie trilogy. That's how you build a world. That's how you do sci-fi like storytelling. Like let's just look at Dune. We still got Dune to watch. I would
just watch Dune again.
Yeah, just keep watching that.
Just keep watching Dune. Yeah, the Batman 2 got delayed again. I guess they're trying to interconnect the universe a little bit, have it play out with the new Superman property that James Gunn has going. James Gunn and Peter Safran, or the little run they have going on, the new run that they have going on. I guess he's trying to do it. Whatever, we'll see in 2 years. Moving on. Did I forget anything before we get into hoops? All right, hoops. What's been happening in hoops? I know what's been happening in hoops. LeBron been skiing.
Man, y'all tripping, man.
LeBron been skiing in the Caucasus Mountains.
He's trying to get him a statue.
Oh, he's going. He gave them a statue, all right.
Trying to get him a contract extension.
No, they were trying to get them a statue.
He talking about y'all going to sign Bronny. Like he trying to get that Bronny contract locked up.
I mean, we've all seen the video and the viral video that went around the world 300 times with LeBron sitting in between Linda Rambis and Jeannie Buss, the owner of the Lakers. Now, that is affectionately his boss. So, if he was to get any funny business going on, it wouldn't be, I don't think it would happen. You know what I'm saying?
We already had the lip readers on it. We could see what this man was saying. Mm-hmm. Hilarious LeBron ass banter.
Yes,
this man talking about first of all, Happy International Women's Day.
Now, would I say that? Yes, I would. What man wouldn't do that? Like, hey, easy bucket. Let me just go for the easy layup. Yeah. This is a layup. They'll love it. They'll love it. Just say it. Just say it. Happy International Women's Day. Yeah, just say it. They'll love it. And they
did love it.
They loved it.
They did in fact love it, which is the funniest part.
I mean, like, of course, they were a little handsy on them. It's okay,
Yeah, Savannah probably ain't like that too much.
Of course not. She didn't like that. But this is my boss. This is our benefactor. Like, you want me to get this $1 billion in 2 years? Let's do that. Like, come on, man. They're offering big money now. I could get a motherfucking how much for 2 years? He said, like, it was like, shit, 45 a year? 45 a year now for 2 years? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Come on, baby. Work with me, baby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he went skiing in the Caucasus Mountains. That's all it was. He's just negotiating. All right. So I know you don't really keep up with, pop culture and the mess. But we gotta at least touch on the mess.
That shit was wild, bro.
The mess.
I don't even know. Is that confirmed to be Jalen Green's lady?
Yes.
Or is that just a picture? Is that all speculation?
That it is confirmed.
Because I ain't never heard him say that, even though
he's not going. Yeah. Well, ain't no nigga about to be like, oh, this is my favorite. No. But yes, it is. He is 22. She is 41, I think.
Yeah, they confirmed that is his baby on the way.
I just think it's funny that she has a child the same age as him. Like, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Like, this is a wild.
I think it's just more wild that she's known to be like a menace all the way back to when Gil was playing and Nick Young.
I think it's wild that she be going to high school games scouting herself, her own talent. She's a scout. And she can scout better than UCJ. She can scout with me. She scouted with me. If she went to France, scout with me.
Look, man, the groupies work harder, man.
They do kind of work hard, man. But yeah, man. Now the Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young part is the nastiest part about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Talking about somebody baby mama like that is wild.
That's nasty. But still, I still think, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I think it's important who you commune with, I will say. Because can't everybody tell that story if they don't have that story. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it right there. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a provocation that, they got and that they did before. But, hey, it's a little nasty on your part, Nick Young, for bringing that story up just because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to bring that up off air, man. You were wilding on that.
Especially the way Nick Young talked. I'm surprised the comments didn't roast him for the way he talked. Like he never liked the way he talked. But to be 6'7" and be that only a shooter is hilarious. All right. What else happened in the NBA? Anthony Edwards talked trash about my team. I didn't appreciate it, but it did happen. He said all he saw on the court was a bunch of mismatches.
Yeah, I mean, he one of the most entertaining interviews we got in the league, man. So, like saying, give that man a mic whenever possible.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever possible, give that man, mic that man up. I want that man's always talking some hilarious shit, and it's great.
Let's play
great for the league. Great for the league.
Start, bench, cut. Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'm starting Shai. I'm benching Luka.
Damn.
Cutting Ant right now.
I thought I was gonna catch you.
Ant, he's just young, man. Like give him a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still.
I feel like Ant is the next wave.
He 22, 23. Like let that
man
get 25 and see where his game is at.
I feel like Ant is the next up.
Yeah, and you can go Luka over SGA, but I value defense a little bit. Luka offers you nothing on defense, but gives you more rebounding and gives you a little bit more in the scoring. SGA gives you same scoring, but a little bit more consistent scoring. Like he's just walking 30. Luka's going to give you anywhere between 25 and 60 in a night.
Yeah, a night, yeah.
And SGA is just going to, he's going to sleepwalk into 30, plus give you something on the defensive end in terms of steals, deflections, actually being able to lock up his man. So rather than Luka, where you kind of got to hide him, and Luka's not spending not an ounce of effort on the defensive side of the ball. So it depends on what you value. I like two-way players, so I'll go SGA, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? Luka is a perfectly reasonable answer.
SGA still all his stats and still averaging 2 steals. That's
leading steals.
I mean, that's undeniable. All the pretty stats of 30 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals stand out on that stat line.
And I feel like if they had a different type of offense, SGA could put up 60 or something points, but they spread the ball around more.
Yeah, he got help. Ain't like he don't got help.
Yeah, so.
If SGA landed in DC, good Lord, he would score 45 a night.
Yeah, he could. On a bad team, if he wasn't there, if their system wasn't more about ball movement and letting J-Dub and letting Chet and letting other people get their work in. So, where for the Mavericks, it's Luka scored 80% of the points, Kyrie, you get the rest, and that's about it.
Pretty much.
That's where our scoring's coming from. We need 50 from Luka, 25 from Kai. And then everybody else chip in try to get 10. and that's how they're going to kind of roll. Gafford's been playing great though. That man's field goal percentage is like 100% for like the last 5 games straight.
Yeah, he playing with Luka, just stand in the dunker spot, catch some lobs, play some defense, run back and forth. We got you.
Yeah, good to see Gaff thriving down there in Dallas.
Bruh, I keep saying, let me talk about these clips of Kyle Kuzma, nigga. This nigga trying to catch a lob. That nigga Kyle Kuzma was out, bruh. The Washington Wizards is a laughing stock right now. Every clip I see, did you see the one with motherfucking Jordan Poole on the fast break? He should have threw a lob to Kyle Kuzma, but he lost the ball and he caught it like he do. Like I was like, bruh, come on, bruh.
Do you understand how bad you have to be to get benched on the Washington Wizards this year? Like Jordan Poole is benched. He's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
He has been benched on an 11 and like 53 or what? I don't even know what the fuck their record is. It's like 11 and 50 something team. And he got benched. He's deemed not good enough to start on the Washington Wizards.
He got zapped.
He is making $128 million over 4 years.
He might get traded again, which is
To
sad.
who?
I don't
To
know.
who?
Pistons, nigga.
Nobody's taking that contract, sir. I think that is officially the worst contract in the entire NBA. Over everyone you can think of that has an atrocious contract.
Davis Bertans 2 for $40 million. Stop it.
Bertans' contract is not that bad.
And y'all paid that nigga.
Yeah, he's in Charlotte now. We moved off that.
Y'all paid that nigga.
The fuck up out of there.
That was y'all.
The Wizards paid him, first of all. The Wizards, then the Thunder traded for him.
Another one. Y'all too. Jan Mahinmi, 45 a year. No, 45 total.
64 total.
64 total. Y'all paid that nigga too.
The Wizards paid that nigga. You act like I'm working for the Wizards.
No, that's y'all.
What you mean, y'all? I don't work for the Wizards.
The Wizards hopeful. That's who did it. But yeah, what else happened this week?
John Wall did an interview.
Oh, shit. Did you watch that?
Yeah, this is a little crazy, but it's take care of your mental health, people. Like, that's one of those. He's somebody who's got hundreds of millions of dollars in NBA money, and NBA superstars talking about he got a gun to his head multiple times. That's how down bad he was, you know? And just his emphasis on people taking care of their mental health is really important, man. People see these athletes, think they have it all, but like money don't solve everything. You know, if you don't have your shit in order, no amount of money is gonna make you happy. No amount of stuff can fix the hole in your heart. So you gotta get your mentals and yourself together, regardless of how rich and famous you are, what you have going on.
What else did he talk about besides? Because I only saw like the mental health clip.
I mean, it was just general podcast stuff. You know, it was that was the main takeaway that people are talking about. You know, in terms of where the interview. But you know, John Wall, it'd be nice if he could get an opportunity somewhere else if he's still trying to play. You know, NBA's weird like
Taiwan, big dog. Go to Taiwan.
Yeah, the NBA's weird like that. You know, sometimes you can get a second chance. I think they said like Kai Jones is going to be getting another chance and stuff like that. That's hilarious. He's been hooping overseas. You know, they said that man was crazy. Like he was releasing some weird videos, but like, you know, I've been watching his interview. He's kind of cool, man. His song ain't that bad either, man. Man, like rapping and
he's a rapper now.
Yeah, he's been rapping. Yeah, he dropped it. Like, actually,
what the hell is going on?
Music ain't that bad actually, but man, he did look like he was off a perk and like all them little videos of when he got cut with Charlotte though. But Charlotte's wilder, man. They got like fucking Miles Bridges on their team, dog. Like, I mean. You cutting a nigga for having a mental health crisis, but you got fucking Miles Bridges on your team.
I'm sorry, didn't they just celebrate Karl Malone like last year? Okay, yeah, that's what we doing. In Utah, they celebrated Karl Malone. You know, yeah, it's Mr. Nasty time. What are we doing?
Nigga, we don't celebrate Karl Malone.
The NBA, we are the NBA.
Did.
We are the NBA. That's what we are, CJ. We are with the NBA community. We all have to settle. We have to suffer this together.
That man is a predator.
Of course. All right. What else happened in hoops?
It's been happening. I mean, Kawhi got a little injury, scared me off my Clippers because I thought the Clippers are looking like they're going to win it all, but looks like my Denver pick is safe. I picked Denver before the season. I'm going to just stick with that.
That's safe.
Stick with the safe pick.
Did they say how long he's?
No, I don't recall seeing timetable for that.
Damn it, he got hurt.
Hopefully it's not bad. You're just always worried with Kawhi because it's just like shit. This man finally look healthy, and with Harden looking as good as he has, and Paul George and the Clippers, they look like this could have been their year, but one injury could derail that.
I think it had something to do with them changing the 65 game rule.
Yeah, I mean
that has something to do with a lot of players just playing harder now and playing more because they trying to,
it could affect your money.
Yeah,
being an All NBA team, that's contract incentives.
That's about to happen to Ja Morant, ain't it?
Yeah, there's no way he's not going to be able to qualify for anything this year.
Yeah, so that affects his pocket too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's hurt again anyway. Like I said, the Grizzlies are running with a YMCA team out that bitch right now. They still beat the Wizards the other night. It's crazy.
That's sad.
You asked me to name 5 players on Memphis, and as much NBA basketball as I watch, I was struggling off their active roster that night. Yeah. I was like, who's playing for Memphis that night? And I think I flailed. I got 4.
Yeah, you got 4. You got further than I thought you were.
I got further than I thought I was. And I was just like, damn, bro, like who's left on their team?
Aldama, John Conchar, and what else? That's all I got.
It was getting deep. I was like, I don't watch a lot of Memphis basketball.
Can't say Isaiah Roddy, he's not there no more. Can't say Kenny Lofton, he's not there no more. You know what I'm saying? I can name you some niggas who hurt.
Yeah, that's what I can go down their whole injury list. But I was like, who's playing? Like, I don't even know. This is going down to like when OKC was tanking and we just had niggas I had never seen before in an NBA jersey. Like we called a nigga from the G League and it's just like, here's Juan Gomez or something. It's just like, who the fuck is this? And it's just like, and you'll just never see that nigga again after he played that game.
You see, they keep trying to placate that Joel Embiid could come back during this season.
I have no faith in
I'm like, bro,
Embiid's
come on,
knees.
blood. Just get healthy, bro. Yeah. We know what time it is with big men and fucking knee issues. Come on, man.
Joel Embiid has frustrated me so goddamn much because, like, maybe you'd be healthy if you weren't flailing around, flopping all the goddamn time. You're on the floor more than any big man that I've ever seen that is that large. That big and strong of a, like, player. You should not be on the floor every time Ish Smith bumps into you. You should not be just flying like you got hit by a bazooka. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, just play. Just hoop, dog. Just hoop.
Ben Simmons just got it.
Yeah, he's cooked.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's over. It's over. I've had enough.
Everybody's pretty much, it's like, all right, that's a wrap. Wait out that contract, buy him out.
He's done.
And you gambled on, you lost in that trade. You thought you could get him back closer to what he was in Philly, but between the injuries and the mental stuff, it looks like he's cooked.
It's over. Like you took like a whole year off claiming mental issues, and then you come back and you still get hurt.
Yeah, not looking good.
15 games this season. That's it.
Yeah, he just cannot stay healthy and consistent when he's in there. And then, like I say, it still seems like a maturity and personality thing too, because there's still some comments he made when he was in there, like he was mad he wasn't starting, and it's like, nigga, you're not playing good. What do you mean? Like it's some stuff like almost like the Jordan Poole stuff where it's just like you're missing some self-awareness here about your role in these things, even though I think it's not all your fault. But I wish I saw some more accountability.
Like, that's why the Jordan Poole thing, like, blows the hell out of me, because he was averaging, like, 23 in Golden State. Like, when they was rocking.
Draymond punched the Sonic rings out.
That's it. That's all it took. That's all it took was a Draymond. Like, he took his powers. Like, I've never seen that happen before. But
Poole was a shell of himself, and sometimes he can get into his groove for, maybe like a quarter or two. You get the old, you see some of that flash of what made Jordan Poole $128 million richer, but there's no consistency to it, man. That man's decision making and defense are just they're so bad. It's so bad sometimes. He's just not locked into the game, and it's so unserious. As a person who has coached at any level, Jordan Poole would just make you want to do a reverse Latrell Sprewell. I would want to just Bart Simpson that nigga after every play he makes out there. He just seems like a coach's kryptonite that will make you want to just drink yourself into oblivion watching his film and the decisions he makes with the basketball and his effort on defense sometimes.
I mean, not even the defense, the offense. Like, nigga, like I've seen this nigga look uncoordinated out that motherfucker.
Or take the worst shots ever. Like just the shot where it's just like, man, As long as he doesn't heave it from half court with 22 seconds left on this. Oh, he did. Oh,
from 2 steps in from half court.
He did a heat check, even though he's 0 of 8 tonight.
0 of 8.
He pulled a heat check.
Hey, man, you got to get your shit back, man. I'm cold, man. I got to try something, man.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get benched on the Washington Wizards. Because even any respectable coach has to do that.
To be fair.
You have to. You have to bench
any
that
respectable coach wouldn't have Kyle Kuzma at the 5.
Yeah, that is a crazy decision.
That is insane.
That's the injuries led to that. That's more of a roster problem. So I'm not even going to put that on the coach because Marvin Bagley and Rashawn Holmes being your only bigs, and they just traded for Rashawn Holmes too, being your only bigs, if they're hurt, fuck are you going to do? You ain't got nothing. You don't have a backup center. You don't have a backup power forward really. So your starting power forward is now your starting center.
That's the thing. Like they shit out centers in the free agency. Just go get one.
They're trying to lose. Why would they do that?
For what?
The worst draft class we've seen
exactly. For what?
Since Anthony Bennett was the number 1 pick.
Oh my God. Ugh. Anyways, don't want to end on a somber note, but talking about the Wizards is just somber. We're from here, so we have to wax poetic about it. Thank you for joining us on a new episode of Channel Orange. I have been your host, the Orange himself, LK the God, the D, the Mogul. I have been here with Puffco Poppy and the lovely staff in the background that has helped us produce this episode. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe everywhere. Podcasts are all available. YouTube. Hit the linktr.ee FIYASQUAD. And leave a like, comment, share some love. Tell someone you love them. Gang.